Hi, I'm Marta Countess, President of Countess Communication and a proud partner of Network Magazine's Executive Forum. We are here today with our friend, Kassie Hilgert, the CEO and President of ArtsQuest. Kassie, I'm going to let's make you listen to me read your bio, and you can stop me if you don't like it. Kassie began her career at ArtsQuest in 2008 and has served as President and CEO since 2015. A proud Penn State graduate, Kassie has extensive experience in marketing, development, crisis, and corporate communication, including stops at Air Products and Good Shepherd Rehabilitation Hospital. We've even shared an employer at MedStar Television, the creators of Forensic Files. Kassie also serves on several nonprofit boards and has been honored by a large assortment of local organizations for her contributions to the Lehigh Valley. Welcome. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me, Marta.
Absolutely. Let's talk about ArtsQuest. For those who have no clue what ArtsQuest is, give me that 30-second elevator pitch on what it is and what you do.
Yeah, we always say we need an elevator in the Empire State Building to explain everything, but as short as possible, ArtsQuest is a Bethlehem-based nonprofit. Our mission is to increase access to the arts for all and revitalize our communities and connect communities. Right now, we run the Steel Stacks campus, the Banana Factory campus. We run 11 festivals, probably the most well-known of which is Musikfest, the nation's largest free music festival. Each year between our two campuses, we do about 4,000 camps, concerts, and classes, of which about half are free to the public.
Now, I know that you've been here, as we said, since 2008, and a lot of that was building the building that we're sitting in today. So that was the past, the present, and the future. Talk to me a little bit about how you got started and what we're doing in the future, because I know there's a capital campaign ongoing.
Well, I got started by having conversations with Jeff Parks when I was at Air Products, and we were first talking about steel stacks and this crazy idea that he had and a lot of other people had, and so it was just something I had to get involved in. But I'd never raised any money. I was heading up some of the philanthropy at Air Products, so I was used to getting the requests. I think what was great about that training was I saw what was important to funders, I saw what they were looking for, and I thought that this project was a huge intersection of what we could accomplish and hopefully bring some of the information and experience that I had gathered. So that was then, and that was one building at the time, and now we are raising money for two buildings, so we need to do a little more. We're raising money for a new banana factory. We are out of space and those buildings are dilapidated, so we are raising money for a new cultural center. It'll be about 80,000 square feet, and we're also raising money to renovate the turn and grind shop. So while we're demolishing the banana factory, we are going to renovate a 150-year-old steel building, and it's a building we desperately need. We are out of dates down here at Steel Stacks for a lot of things that we still want to do, so that venue will be very important for us to be able to offer additional programming, including expansion of Oktoberfest, Musikfest, and Chris Kinnemart.
I have to tell you, when we moved here, which was in 1999 now, I'm dating myself, this had all started to do its thing. And we invited people from Buffalo, where we moved, to show them what you had done here. And that was, dating us back, way back when, and now I don't think people can even imagine it any other way. So talk to me a little bit about, obviously, we're in the future, we've got all that going, but why is this campus so important to this area? Because it really has taken old to new.
I think it's important because the history of the site, is so instrumental to the identity of Bethlehem and even the Lehigh Valley to some point. To be able to honor our past, but then use the arts as a way to look forward into who we are going to become is a great way to honor who you are and still grow into something else that we're always trying to push and be something a little better and different. So, and I also think it's the amount of free programming down here, especially with the Levitt Pavilion Steel Stacks, the shows out on the Highmark stage. There is something to do here every weekend, certainly from May to December, but even from that January to May with the renovation of the first floor, there is live music here almost every weekend. I think that's a big part of it. Also, we're very fortunate to have 1,800 volunteers. We have 5 boards. We have 300 committee members. This community owns this organization and they shape it. And I think that investment is what makes ArtsQuest special.
Well, it was interesting because I know that there's been a push to take your programming out. So obviously we've seen you at Sangria Fest and other things like that. Beyond the Steel Stacks campus, which is glorious and must see for most people that come to visit, why is it important to spread your wings and take your programming elsewhere?
Well, we have been approached really by a number of cities and municipalities, anywhere from National Harbor to New Jersey to Erie, Pennsylvania, and they're all coming with the same question, which is how can we utilize the arts to do what you did in Bethlehem? And while we love that idea, we're very cautious to first say, this took 41 years. It took a volunteer effort to begin this. So there were some special things happening in Bethlehem that you can't just take a widget off a shelf and go recreate it somewhere. So these are very in-depth conversations with other communities to see if they have similar elements where we think our experience might be able to help them create a movement. It's not to go export everything and say, here, we're ArtsQuest and we're gonna make your life better. It's let us show you what we've done, and if you can put your spin on it, we're happy to help you grow that impact using the arts in your community.
Well, you mentioned the volunteers and how they really kind of are the lifeblood of this. You know, we've seen a lot of those volunteers doing good work. How can people get involved beyond coming to the events? I mean, how can they put their touch on this organization?
Sure, you go to artsquest.org and you will see a list of all the volunteer opportunities, the committee list that we have there and where we are looking for committee members. So we have corporate groups that get involved with volunteering, individuals, high school students, obviously seniors, and it's great to watch all those different age groups come together. I've really witnessed over my time here how closely knit that group is. They become their own family, and to see them bridge generations, and they take each other to doctor's appointments, they go to graduations, weddings, they've really become something special, and it's really something to witness.
Our good friend Rhonda, every time we come, Rhonda's here, so we know she's like the queen of the volunteers. She's
Rhonda,
fabulous.
Yes, I follow Rhonda. Whatever she says, I do.
I do too. I hear that, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about you. So this is your job. What's your favorite part of this? Because you're all over the place.
The favorite part easily is the people. The colleagues I get to work with every day, they have all come from different backgrounds, all different tenures here. Some are brand new, some have been here 26 years, and their passion for the mission drives me every single day. Past that, I think it's seeing people consume and absorb art, and they may be standing next to someone who they have a completely different set of beliefs, and yet here they are sharing common space, and I think that is particularly important in this day and age, that we find things that bring us together to have in-person conversations around something and realize we probably have more in common than we don't, and we need to start there in order to make our communities better places.
That's an excellent point. Okay, so talking more about you, I always like to ask this one. You know, I know, Kassie, I've chased you around Musikfest for years now, and I've known you for a long time. What's one little thing that people don't know about you, the Kassie that's, you know, on the stage at Musikfest?
I am a 1,000% animal lover of any animal type. I have been following a few groups on Instagram that have actually adopted spider monkeys, and I've gotten very interested in spider monkeys. That, and while I did not invent it, I probably perfected the Irish goodbye. I'm pretty famous at any gathering of just going to the ladies' room and disappearing for the evening.
I've recently learned that, but I really do like the Irish goodbye. It's all good, all good.
It is.
All right, well, speaking of networking and how you know how
Yes.
to escape it, Network Magazine is what brought us together today.
Yes.
Obviously, ArtsQuest and Network Magazine go way back to the beginning of Network Magazine.
Yes.
Tell me about how that relationship works.
It's been great. I think we've been involved since issue number 2, and I think why it works is they do exactly what their magazine says. They network people, so whether it's their in-person events or the stories that they are putting on digitally or in print, they're keeping us all connected, and that is something that I don't think we can get enough of.
Excellent. Well, thank you for keeping us connected to the music and all of the other good programming. Thank you for your time today, and I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Marta. Always good to see you.